Hello and welcome to Black Dragon Gaming. My name is Zero, but all my friends call me Cat, and you can too. I am joined today by Malleable Persona, as always on Wednesdays.
Yes, hello.
We exist today.
Yes, we do exist. Oh, I have to hit start sharing chat. That would help.
Is that a button that I have to hit?
Yeah. If you expand it, you'll see shared chat over on the right.
Okay, as long as like anyone does it, it's fine. Okay, cool.
Okay,
That's why
cool.
I didn't remember doing it last time.
Okay, so it's just something one of us has to remember the press. But yes,
Yep, more or less.
Insomnia is an asshole, so that's why we didn't do Umineko Monday.
Yeah, it should be fine tomorrow,
Hopefully.
but I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. It's like I passed out for a couple hours, just like sprawled all over my bed. My cat's like on me. Yes, I know, my son. You want me to go lay down again so you can have another nap, fucker. But actually, the reason why I didn't stream yesterday with Nate is because he had technical difficulties with Elden Ring. Couldn't
Oh.
start the fucking thing. It would just like kept crashing to desktop, so he restarted his computer. But it apparently been a while since he updated because there was a mandatory big beefy update. It took an hour to install, so I just sort of fucking oh well. I guess we're not going live today. Shit.
Yeah, just kind of throw up your hands there.
Yeah, if it was like with you, it'd be fine because we could just delay an hour. But Nate, the only reason we only stream for like 3.5 hours with Nate
because that's all he's got.
Because he has to go to bed like right after. He's got to work the next day.
Yeah. So I did get the second half of my wax melts, which has been nice. I tried out all of them. I quite like them. Some of them are a little strong, but honestly, that'll be fine on like a secondary burn, and just next time I'll go ahead and only put one cube in the thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because
I'm surprised you were using 2 cubes as default in the first place, but
I don't have the strongest sense of smell, so I was erring on the side of caution.
Meanwhile, I'm the exact opposite. So I'm one of those motherfuckers that can smell frozen meat.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's see. So, yeah, bathhouse is what I am currently using. Which that's peppermint, eucalyptus, cedar, clove, patchouli, ozone, which I found out is a way to make a soapy smell, and rose.
Really?
Yes. It has a very clean smell, apparently. I had to Google it because I'm like, why the fuck is there ozone in this?
I would not have described ozone as clean or soapy.
Yeah, but apparently that's exactly what it does when it comes to candles and stuff.
I mean, fair enough, because like to me, ozone smells like burning air, which is exactly what it is. You're okay, Ember. Stop. My son. No. I don't know if you guys heard that, but
Yeah, so apparently it's a scent descriptor in like fragrance chemistry. But I just would never have used ozone as the word for it.
yeah, right? Like, for people who don't know, ozone is not. It's not something like you would normally smell. Like it's the smell of electricity in the air.
Yeah, it's
That's what the smell ozone is anyway. Because of course you got the ozone layer, but
yeah.
different
But
thing.
if you can
That
fucking
actually might be
smell
what they're fucking
ozone,
using.
get out of the open sky.
Yeah. They may actually be like calling it after the ozone layer rather than ozone, the lightning strike.
Yeah, I've got no clue why it's named that, and I'm not Googling it right this second. It's not showing up on Google immediately.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. Ember, fucking stop, dude. He just keeps headbutting like everything. My monitor, my chair. The boys are now playing, so they'll keep themselves occupied for at least a couple minutes. Uh, anyhow, yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired today, so I'm gonna be a little bit like more subdued than usual. But I am here. I'm alive, mostly, for a certain definition of alive.
Yeah, fair. Otherwise, not been up to too much. I think I didn't have a chance to mention I was playing a sort of PT like game called 10 Candles.
I've been wondering what you were doing the last couple of days. 'Cause normally, like, there's a few more memes coming in the back channels.
Yeah.
Ain't got shit for a couple of days. Barely even got like responses out of you. It feels like.
Yeah. Sometimes it just was like, I don't got much to add.
Yeah, I mean, completely fair.
Yeah, so there's that, and then a while back on Epic, they were giving away what's the name of the game again? Dredge. So I've been playing that a little bit the past couple days too.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I wonder if I actually picked that up or not.
Yeah.
I think I did because I'm pretty I'm pretty consistent about checking to make sure like I've already got all the free games for that week because you know I'm poor. I like games.
Yeah,
Give me games.
yeah, at the very least to try them out. I might get Dredge properly on Steam at some point.
Phoenix, stop, my son. I do right there, Dredge. Excellent. Uh, I've mostly just been like reading the past couple days because I've been in bits. Um, Yesterday I had my fucking Tuesday physical therapy appointment, of course, and I don't know if you read the Well of Souls out of character chat or not. But she had me doing these fucking squats on this weird sliding table thing.
Oh.
Uh,
I think I've seen that, but it's been a while.
yeah, and my knees did not like that,
Oh no.
but I didn't have any trouble at the time after I adjusted my stance because I've never used a fucking
One of those, yeah.
one of those things. So like I was putting the weight on the wrong parts of my feet, and uh, my stance wasn't wide enough for the sliding table because on like normal squats you're supposed to have it roughly equal with your shoulders, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Slightly on the inside. Um, Gotta have it a little bit wider for those for the thing.
Gotcha.
And you're doing the squats on this fold out sort of like footrest table thing. That's how you're putting your feet down instead of on the ground. So like, but the angle makes your weight go forward a little bit.
Hmm.
So I was putting my weight on the balls of my feet rather than the heel.
Ah.
That was not great, but after I adjusted my stance, it stopped getting worse, and then like usual, it hit me down like 30 minutes later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's always the thing is when you do something wrong, it usually, well, I say wrong, but when you do something that's, pushing you, you don't necessarily feel it up front.
Yeah, like of course, some people are gonna be like, "Oh, Cat, that's what you call muscle pain from exercise." No, motherfucker. No, it's not. That's not what I'm talking about. I have that too. Don't get me wrong, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's expected.
Yeah, yeah. Like
That's
that,
normal.
Cat is a martial
I wouldn't be in
artist.
physical
Cat
therapy if
knows
that's
this
what it
shit.
was. Yeah. Shut up, Cat. You're okay. I did discover yesterday after I had rested for a couple hours after the PT, I decided to try out the various guards, like the 5 or 6 basic guards, long point, fool's guard, tail guard, etc.
Yeah.
Just to see how it would work for me. Um, and surprisingly enough, because I don't have to bend my knees for a lot of them, or not very far at least, they didn't actually hurt.
Oh,
It would be like moving around during the guard would hurt, but like actually taking up the guard in the first place is completely fine. The ones that actually hurt to actually take up are like ox guard and roof guard because you have to like half crouch for those, right?
gotcha. So, progress?
No, that's just I just didn't notice because I prefer roof guard and ox guard.
Oh, okay.
Like I really like tail guard. Don't get me wrong, and fool's guard is also really good. Like basically the only basic stance, basic guard that I don't really like all that much is long point
Okay.
because I don't know, I just don't like it.
Hey, if you don't
I
like it,
don't
you
have
don't
that
like
instinct
it.
in my brain that it doesn't work for me. Like pretty much every like other basic guard is fucking amazing. I love them all. Um, so whenever I go to like show people my favorite stances, I always like default to ox guard and roof guard, and that's not good for my legs,
Yeah.
boys. No, damn it! Fucking nearly knocked over my energy drink. Fucking cat. Uh, where was I fucking going with that? That blasted like everything out of my mind,
Yeah.
bastard.
Just trying out the guards, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say something else after that though, and I just don't remember what the fuck it was. I never got that far.
Yeah. It'll probably come to you.
Oh, that's right. There we go. I got it back. Yeah, like both the general practitioner doctor
Uh-huh.
and the physical therapist I'm saying are like, yeah, I have no fucking clue what's going on. This is like, I don't know. Then shit.
Yeah, like, that is a weird set of symptoms right there, bud.
Yeah, like I talked about it with the physical therapist, and she like tentatively agrees. I think I can't remember like exact quotes or anything like that, so
Yeah.
don't. That's why I'm tentatively saying like saying she tentatively agrees because I don't fucking know for sure. I don't remember. This was just like yesterday morning too. Um, that it may be multiple things at once. Because when you have a disorder or syndrome or disease, you do not get every single symptom every time, right?
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
a symptoms list is basically like a checklist that you go down. As if you have more than like X amount, X percentage
Then it's
of the thing,
probably
you
that.
probably have the thing.
Yeah.
Right, and there are ways to tell for certain. Like with rheumatoid arthritis, you can tell with blood tests because of like these immune markers that happen
Yeah.
when you have it. And the same thing with cancer, you have like a protein in your blood that happens when you have cancer. So that kind of thing. There's ways to tell for sure, but with stuff like this, you need like a whole bunch of like you need like the whole battery of tests. Like a bunch of physical tests where you like test the strength of your like lower back and whether or not you've got nerve damage in there. You test like neurological shit. You test like you get imaging done, etc. And I'm only like halfway through that process, so we may figure it out within a couple of visits. But right now, uh, we're all just kind of like, yeah, this is real weird. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Again, like, just a weird handful of symptoms that definitely, I think I agree with you, just points to, hey, there's probably at least 2 things going on, if not more.
Yeah, because like it was something that I don't talk about a lot. I think I've mentioned it a few times recently, but like basically every joint in my body will just like pop a lot during normal movement. I'll stand up, my knees pop multiple times, my toes pop, my fucking hands pop, my shoulders grind and click. that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really bother me because it's just popping. Who gives a shit, right? I've never understood the people that like find that disgusting or weird or whatever. It's just, I don't know, bodies do that. Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, bodies do that, but also, like, yeah, probably shouldn't be doing a lot of that. Like, your body should not be.
In fact, like on my first visit to the clinic, I was getting my blood drawn, and I stood up, and my knees just like cracked very loudly, and the technician doing the blood draw was just like, "Damn, that was a loud pop." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm here for."
Yeah.
These legs are not doing well. The same
they're-
thing happened yesterday with the physical therapist. I straightened out my leg and went to sit up, and like I just got like three. They seemed small to me, but apparently they were perfectly audible to someone sitting a couple feet away. So
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that one. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that.
The physical therapist also got like super concerned when I told her about like how I have to use a scooter at the store because like 30 to 40 minutes on my feet will just like wreck me for a couple days. Like I'll be in absolute fucking agony by the time I get out of the store if I'm walking the entire time. And the like doctor, the PA, also had this same basic reaction when I told him, but they were just like, "Oh no, that is deeply concerning." It's like, yeah,
like
I don't know what the fuck's going on either.
deeply concerning, especially for somebody your age.
Oh yeah. For people who don't know, I am a mere 29 years old, almost 30, but it's still like 2 or 3 months away. It's like 2.5 months, I think.
Yeah, which it still floors me that you're actually younger than me.
I get that reaction from basically everyone. I don't know why. I guess I just give off like cranky old bastard vibes. I don't know. But everyone has always thought that I'm multiple years older than them.
You do have the elder witch vibe.
That's fucking fair, I guess. The oldest I've ever been, like the largest age gap between my actual age and what I've been mistaken as, was when I was I think it was 19. Someone thought I was 27.
Wow.
Which is just kind of weird to me because I've had the exact same goddamn face since I was fucking 14. So, like, I see a look in the mirror and I see baby face, but no, apparently everyone else is just like, shit, this motherfucker old.
Well, in fairness, I thought you were my age or maybe a couple years older, just from voice.
You would have like shit yourself if you had ever heard my actual like real voice before I injured my throat then, because I had the kind of voice that would like rumble through a couch and like make your fucking chest vibrate if I was sitting on it when talking at the same time.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Then I might have clocked you as much older than me.
Yeah, I think I was fucking 15 when I injured my throat. That sounds right. 15 or 16, somewhere in there. So I've gotten so used to using this voice that I don't think I can really slip back into the old one anymore. I used to be able to do it a couple of years ago, but I just sort of lost it over time.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's the thing voice training does.
Yep.
Just makes the new voice easier.
Although, like, I didn't go into any like formal training or anything like that. I just went like, talking like this hurts my throat since I injured it. I'm not going to talk like that anymore.
Yeah, like, yeah, not formal voice training, but like literally just talking a new way and continuing to keep at it.
What like fucks with me though is like even with my voice being much higher than it used to be, people still tell me that they expected my voice to be deeper. So, or that my voice is deeper than they expected. Rather, I got that backwards.
Yeah,
Sorry.
now I understand.
Fucking like, especially like I had someone come in from a I think it was a game chat or something. Like maybe I was talking to like my like free company or just like global chat or something like that in some game or another. And someone came in and was just like, I expected your voice to be so much higher. I don't know why. I thought my voice was kind of average now, in terms of like pitch at least, but fuck.
It's got a little bit of a deepness to it, but I don't know how to describe it. I don't have the vocabulary.
I usually call my voice gravelly
Yeah, that's
rather than like deep or, whatever. It's gravelly.
yeah. I think that's a good way to describe it.
And that is partially because of the damage to my vocal cords.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could still do it, but I used to be able to after my throat got injured anyway. This was only a couple of years ago. 7 years ago, I used to be able to nothing to do with my fucking injuries, but yeah, I just haven't done it since then. But I used to be able to speak in such a way that it almost sounded like a purr, which I thought was pretty neat, and so did a whole lot of other people.
Hey, fair enough. I mean, that does sound neat.
And by neat, I mean very attractive.
Yes.
I'll have to practice that again, see if I can like get my throat to do the proper motion now. Um, it'll probably be like way more difficult for me now because I live near pecan trees, which I'm fairly certain I'm highly allergic to. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why like you guys hear me coughing and clearing my throat all the time on stream. Is because like there's a pecan tree like 15 feet away from me, constantly shitting its goddamn pollen and sap everywhere. My hands break out in hives whenever I open doors and shit, kind of thing. Like, it's
yeah.
not good.
Fuck.
But we can't get rid of the fucking tree. Like, we had people come out to like see how much it would cost and how long it would take to like cut the thing down, and they were just like, "Yeah, we can't. It's too dangerous. It'll like fall on someone's house."
Ooh.
Fuck.
Jeez.
That's not good.
Yeah, here's me thinking, well, you can cut down just about any tree, you just have to progressively do it if it's tall enough.
Yeah, I think there's like some fuckery with the placement of the power lines that run through the area. And the backyard is not exactly large. I think, in fact, that my lawn, my front lawn, is larger than the backyard is.
Oof. Okay, yeah. Guess that would do it then, yeah.
Yeah, there's fuck all space. And because we live in a suburban area, there are also houses on every side, except for, obviously in the front, where there's a street. But yeah, so even if they like tried to cut it in a way that would make it fall away from the house, it would fall on someone else's house.
Yeah, fuck.
So I'm fucking. I think they would literally have to just like cut it in like arm length chunks, and like let them down slowly and everything, which would just require a whole lot of equipment that I don't think there's the space for without knocking down fences and shit.
Yeah, that kind of sounds right from what I'm picturing. Fuck.
If the sun was still up, I'd go take a picture of it. But let me if I can see, because we've been having a lot of sandstorms lately. So I've been taking pictures of the sky outside, and the last one was out back. I don't want a backup of my photos. Fuck off.
Yeah, seriously, phone or whatever. Always asking.
Okay, yeah, you can fucking kind of see it. Wait if I can get Discord to load on my phone. Hold on. Let's see. Discord. Function, you bastard. Nope, that's a picture of my cats. I mean, you can have that too, but...
Yeah. But, yeah, Dredge has been interesting so far.
Picture doesn't, like, really show the sandstorm very well, but believe me, it was, like, reddish-brown.
Oh yeah, I can see why
The
they're
entire
like,
thing.
nah, we are not fucking doing this.
Yeah, that like close tree there that you see just like over the side of the roof there, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah,
If it
I
was like
could
the one in the neighbor's backyard, which you can see there, like they'd probably be able to do it, but like the one that's like right in
there.
front there,
Yeah,
nope.
yeah, like nah, fuck that. Can't
I'd
do
say
it,
like the
won't
tree
do
is
it.
maybe like 30 or 40 feet tall or something like that. Holy shit! Pecan trees can get up to 130 feet tall.
Fuck.
Fuck me.
That'd be tall trees.
Yeah, I thought like we had a pretty big one. No, this is a small pecan tree, which I guess makes sense because like we're in a fucking desert. So
Yeah.
even shit that like can actually grow here is probably not going to get that big.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucked up so far. Is like this year we've had more sandstorms than we've had actual rain.
Ah,
I think it's rained like once this entire year so far.
fuck.
For people wondering, the definition of a desert is like any place that gets 10 inches or less in rain annually. And the place that I live is right on that border. It's an average of like 9.5 to 10 uh, inches of rain every year. So, like, and usually it's spread all along the latter half of the year, but sometimes we do get some rain in the beginning, like, during spring and shit. And I'm hoping that we'll get some fucking real rain.
Yeah.
This place is so goddamn dry all the time. It sucks ass.
Very fair. All right. So let's see here. All right, give me a heads or tails.
We're gonna go with tails.
All right, we are doing Don first.
Oh, cool. That's the one that I already have up. Excellent. I'm gonna take down my starting soon screen. There we go. Cool. Uh,
Yeah, so
I'll
Don
save that
episode
for after we
10.
talk about the episodes. Don't look at me like that, boy.
Yeah. But
I love
yeah,
my son.
we've finished up what was occurring with the alien invasion and dealing with the aftermath, starting with the fucking weirdo known as Nurse Queen. Like her name on her name tag is actually fucking Queen.
He's very BDSM.
Very
Even
BDSM.
has like a whipping a lash. I can't remember what
Yeah.
the fuck it's called. It's not a crop.
Yeah, I forget what it's
It's the
called.
one with like a bunch of like fucking
Fibers.
threads on the end.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks very serious. She's even leaning back in her photo on her ID.
Which is kind of fucking funny.
Yeah. But all she's like is like, are you being bullied? You can tell me.
I am on your side.
And then somebody in the room just is like, hey, there's a call from you in the teacher's, office. And she's like yelling at this dude, like, hey, I told you, knock before you enter. And then she fucking whips the guy.
I'm kind of glad that it's not just the main characters and their like circle of friends that are absolute goddamn weirdos.
Oh yeah, it is everybody in this fucking setting that we run into pretty much. That, gets any sort of screen time anyway. I assume there's some boring motherfucker that we just don't see because they're boring.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Queen here. Like, yes, she's also a weirdo, but more I'm talking about the rest of the staff of the school. because they allow her to do these things.
Yeah, like, this
Which
person
is just as fucking weird as doing them.
Yeah, like the person who's doing them is also weird, but also the staff is just allows this to occur. She's just allowed to walk in with that lash.
And hit people with it, including other teachers.
Yeah. Granted, I mean, hopefully she doesn't hit students with it, actually.
Hopefully. You're okay, buddy.
And then once she's left the room, it is time for the mutual freakout of Momo and Ira. Which, I mean, fair. The school saw them in their underwear. I'm surprised that Okarun is taking it like
I wonder
stone-faced.
if anyone noticed that Okarun only has one nut.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it would be really fucking funny.
Yeah, I doubt anybody's gonna fucking notice. I'm sure he's mastered the art of not getting dressed in front of anyone during PE.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, it's weird to me that, like, schools have, like, PE clothes, right? Like, that's always been weird to me. Because we just wore our school clothes for it. Which I know is actually the weirder thing.
Yeah.
But it's what I'm used to.
Yeah, that's actually the weird thing. Because even when I did PE, like, yeah, when I was in grade school, they didn't make you because you weren't, like, doing a lot. But once I got into middle school and high school, yeah, they expected you to change. High school especially.
Yeah, like, for, like, sports teams and shit, which that was differentiated in my school by calling the sports stuff athletics. And then there was the generalized PE that everyone had to do, even the sports people, for some fucking reason. For athletics, yeah, we had like our athletics gear and uniforms and everything.
Yeah, of
but
course,
not for like generalized PE.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I get the idea behind, like, a lot of people do get sweaty during PE, and it's like, you stank. Go change.
Oh yeah, like I definitely get the idea. It's just weird in my head to be like carrying around gym clothes for school. Fuck off, you. Go away. Marry yourself. Eat shit. The athletics class that I was in did have like a whole ass locker room with these like giant lockers. They weren't like the hallway lockers that you see in fucking school media, I guess.
Yeah.
They were like these big fucking like cubby things, and it's because you were supposed to stash your fucking like your football gear and shit like that in there too.
Uh-huh.
But they were definitely big enough for like someone to crawl into. Which I was always very tempted to do because I like small, tight spaces like that. That me wanting a coffin bed is not an exaggeration or a bit. I genuinely want that. Like a lot of the shit I say on streams is just like exaggerations and bits and jokes and sketches and everything, stuff that I workshop in my head beforehand. But that's real. That's absolutely real. I want a coffin bed.
Very valid.
But I mostly didn't do that because like I didn't trust anyone else not to fucking close the door on me.
Yeah, fair. Now, so they have their freak out, but then they have the conversation. Hey, why exactly aren't the aliens invading? Oh, the reason we can go toe-to-toe with them is because of the yokai, and they're not going after the yokai, so clearly the yokai are, protecting their turf, so to speak. And being like, oi.
Yeah, which of course makes sense.
Yeah, oi, back the fuck off. We live here.
I've actually seen humanity fuck yeah stories about that, where like there's alien invasions, and then
the gods awaken.
The old gods wake up, and they're just like, fuck you guys, get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I like a lot as well. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, makes a lot of sense, really. Turf, this is our place. We do with humans what we would do with humans. Fuck off. Like, even if it's
I do have.
malicious.
Go ahead.
Even if it's malicious yokai, they're like, this is our turf. So even if they're not protecting humans, they're like, hey, oi, get out of here.
All my stuff is here. Fuck off.
Anyway, go ahead.
I do have like conceptual problems with that
Which is?
because there's no possible fucking way that humans are the only ones with supernatural shit going on.
I mean,
The
fair.
only explanation I can possibly think of is that it was so long ago for a lot of these aliens that they just don't know how to deal with it anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, granted, I could foresee maybe they don't exist. And it is just humans that have this weird this weird like ability for the supernatural to exist on the planet.
The only thing that I could accept, I think, as an explanation for that would be a Cinderfall style psychic gestalt consciousness kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only way I think.
Yeah, maybe. But either
Because then,
that or
like,
what is supernatural for the aliens isn't like a one-to-one to yokai and stuff of Earth.
well, yeah, but it'd just be like they would have like gods and shit. And, like maybe their gods are fundamentally different than ours, but they would still have them, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Granted,
But
I could also live with just like, hey, there's aliens out in space and there are yokai at home.
yeah, I think the best explanation would be like, yes, there's a psychic gestalt on Earth, and the reason why this is possible. Everyone else, all the other aliens, also have like supernatural abilities, you know, fucking psychokinesis, telepathy, etc. And this just happens to be a human psychic ability, is to fucking warp reality like this.
Yeah, I could live with that actually. It might even explain kind of Psycho's behavior where she goes, nah, that's just a kappa.
It is weird that this lady sees a fucking like flying saucer and goes, "Nah, it's a kappa."
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
So I'm
come on.
wondering if that's almost deliberate. I could be making shit up, but it would fall into the theory.
Yeah, potentially. I wonder if what Okarun says about like kappa being aliens is like a real conspiracy theory. I don't know. I don't fucking read Japanese, so it's not like I can search the Japanese internet for it.
Yeah, I mean they are considered potentially cryptids, yeah. Oh, fuck. Ancient Aliens did an episode on it, okay.
Well, fair enough. Okay, that would do it. Yeah.
And the other thing he said, which is uh Kappa, some people think that Kappa are also the Chupacabra.
Yeah, which makes a little sense, I guess. What I know of both. That was kind of difficult though.
Yeah, like the scaled sort of situation, and then you just assume, well, the hat's a hat. And they just, I don't know, don't wear them when they're in Mexico?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, they have their freak out. Ira says she's going to blame Momo.
But we love some character development.
Yep.
So when it comes down to it, Ira does not blame Momo.
And in fact confesses that he spread rumors about Momo being promiscuous.
It's kind of rude, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that was indeed rude. Okaroon explains everything that happened with Ira trying to kiss him. And explains, yeah, he hid it because he thought it would be cool if he got stronger without Momo knowing. She's like, oh, you do have a,
Vain side, I think she said.
yeah, you do have a vain side. And like, of fucking course he does. Everybody wants to be cool. To some degree or another.
Like, even I fucking have that, not even, like, really instinct, but, like, inclination.
Yeah, that desire for somebody to go, that was fucking cool.
Yeah, like, I want people to think well of me. I don't care if they think badly, but I think it would be nice if they thought well of me, you know?
Yeah. And of course, she teases the fuck out of him for this. And then enter the Gyaru duo. The Gyaru friend duo. Who tried to speculate.
Like I said in the DMs, I'm so glad that these little fuckers are also absolute gremlins.
Yeah, absolute peanut gallery gremlins who are just making up shit as they go along of how this, like, how the aftermath of the weird supernatural situations happen. Which their explanation for why Okaroon, Momo, and Ira were naked was new gladiator combat.
Like what like fucks with me is that they actually didn't get very like wrong with the core of it. They just got the details wrong, which is just very funny.
Yeah. And yeah, like we said, Ira just absolutely says, hey, this wasn't Momo. I'm at Pulp for spreading rumors about her. Don't say mean shit about her. And don't do mean shit to her.
I would like to see someone try to bully Momo though, because I feel like she just kicked him in the fucking like in the grundle, just absolutely pointed toe and everything, just boom, right up in there.
Yeah. Granted, I'm still holding out hope that she kicks the shit out of her ex. The guy from the first episode, not the guy at the end of this
it would
episode.
be well deserved. Very well deserved, in fact.
Yes, absolutely. Because she couldn't land the kick last time because she wasn't quite there yet, but now she is. She could kick his shit in without even touching him.
Although there is that like weirdly enough, like there's this fucking Krogan in Mass Effect 2, I believe, that phrases it best. And he's like, "What's the greatest insult one can inflict on an enemy? To ignore them." So it's like, on one hand, yeah, it would be very cathartic to see her kick the shit out of her ex, but on the other, could just fucking ignore his ass. Just completely forget about him.
True, very true. And then Ira just sulks over the fact that she did something that didn't further her popularity and instead injured it. Or at least she thinks it injured her popularity. We do not see the results of that to know for certain.
Yeah. If the students at this school are at all like normal people in any way, shape, or form, they will probably think that what injures her reputation is that she spread rumors, not that she admitted to it later.
Yeah. Like, I assume it's the admitting it and the fact that now it is no knowledge. Not the, that's what I assume. But yeah, either way, she's just banging her head against a fucking park bench. Like, hard.
Meryl yourself. Shut up.
Like, if she was not supernatural, like Kat said in the Discord, like, you're going to kill yourself like that, girl.
That's how you get like a brain contusion. Don't do that.
Yeah, because she is not holding back. She is very much just like stupid, stupid, stupid. But no, you did the right thing. You saw what was about to happen, and you didn't want something bad to happen to somebody who realistically saved your ass multiple times.
She may be highly delusional, but she at least understands that.
Yeah, she understands. Oh, this lady is literally instrumental in me still being alive right now. Twice over, at least. Like, literally brings me back from the brink of death once, and then pulls me out of water so I don't drown. And Momo calls her out on, yeah, I bet you didn't actually. You know, say mean shit about me. And then, yeah, Mr. Shrimp shows up again.
Yeah, I just keep calling him like the shrimp boy, mantis boy.
Yeah.
Because I never remember the Dover demon thing, so.
Yeah. And so he shows up, but he's bleeding out, which he's bleeding out white, apparently, which we'll get into. And passes out, has a dream, realizes, we find out, oh yeah, he's had to leave his kid behind, and he explains it. Hey, my kid's got a disease. He needs blood. Again, Psycho's like, that's a fucking Kappa. I don't care what you kids say, that's a Kappa.
Not a Kappa.
No, that is not a fucking Kappa. I swear, they're going to get a Mantizian and a Kappa and sit them side by side and go, Psycho, do these look the same to you? But yeah, they patch him up. They gave him food.
Of course, he starts fucking crying about it.
Yeah, because he's like, wow, you're nice.
No one's ever been this nice to me before.
Yeah. And then he fucking just grabs a bunch of fucking sushi. And then everybody starts fighting over food, including fucking Turbo Granny.
Yeah, because the fucking Okaroon ate something of hers or some shit.
Yeah, a sea urchin, I think
but...
she said.
Oh, yeah. Turns out this motherfucker's blood is milk.
Yeah. There's a few
so
words...
So Seiko gets...
There's a few words he says in his description that he can't... that they can't translate. Like, they don't know what the fuck he's saying.
I'd assume it's shit like, the name of his home world and shit like that.
Yeah, the caste system. What the actual currency is called. Because he does go, oh, that's what you guys call currency. And Okarum wants to help, because of course he does. And of course they all do. But it's Psycho who goes, wait a second. I know that smell.
You smell like rotten milk.
And indeed you do. That is, because, yeah, his kid needs blood transfusions. So they just go and give the guy a cow. Like she knows a dairy farmer or something.
Yeah, she said something about like her having a dairy farmer friend that'll give him a cow.
Yeah. And also, the Mantizian calls Okarum by name. Momo fucking just lets out a noise and falls back.
whining and covering her ears and kicking the air. It's very cute. In a very gremlin-y way, of course.
Yeah.
After they see this motherfucker off, like in his damn flying saucer, which of course Seiko is still like, no, that's a Kappa. Like, look, old lady, that's not a Kappa. Kappa don't have spaceships, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
I can understand like making the mistake at first because like the weird fucking like saucer shaped head with the center line circle thingy that could be like kind of Kappa ish, but then like when you see them get into a fucking spaceship and like blast off into the void, like, okay, that's not a Kappa. Come on.
Yeah. And also the Mantisian does give something where it's like, hey, I will protect this planet.
Yeah, well, they'll he promises to do whatever they need whenever they need help and shit like that because, like, you know, saved his kid's life.
Yeah,
Probably,
absolutely.
maybe.
Like, even if it was technically easy for them, they could have just fucking killed him.
Yeah. And honestly, I can't say that I wouldn't if I were in their position. Because like before you know the backstory and his reasons for doing this shit, it's like, okay, you're an enemy. I'm not I'm not gonna let you like leave to plan something new. I'm just gonna fucking murder you.
Yeah, granted, knowing that he is essentially a gun for hire, I might kind of go, maybe I could pay more. I'm not going to be an asshole and kill you.
Yeah, but like that's the like I understand how mercenary work works, you know? Like you can't just hire a mercenary to not kill you when they're in the middle of like a job because like that would make them no one would ever want to hire them again, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
fair.
there would be the risk of them turning coat like that, which I go on this rant fucking constantly, but our modern perception of mercenaries in pop culture where like they'll do anything for money even if they're already in the middle of a job that they're currently being paid for is fucking stupid. That's not how it works at all.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For whatever reason, Twitch was telling me that I was offline, but I refreshed the page and we're good. We're still live.
Okay, fair. But yeah, and then once they see the guy off, it's like, hey, we need your help. We do need a uniform. Though, like, you three don't have uniforms. You
Yeah, you only had the one set?
Yeah,
What's going on here?
like you fuckers have the one set. Like, I don't think that's normal even in Japan. Like, I understand uniforms are required in a lot of Japanese schools, but I'm pretty sure you have more than literally one set.
Granted, for Momo and Okarun, this might be because they keep getting them torn up by aliens and spirits.
Yeah, though, she's also said she's replaced them all those times.
That's true, yeah.
So Ira's the only one who's like, okay, we do need to replace hers. But she goes, yeah, Okarun, Ira, you two, I'll replace yours. But Momo calls out Momo for something she says right beforehand. And then tells her to impersonate some, like, famous person or character. Who was it again?
I don't fucking remember.
Let me see. I'm almost at the line. Hiroshi Abe.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Shut up, cat.
Okay, he's an actor in a couple things.
Fucking fair enough, I guess. I don't know. But then the doorbell rings and she goes to answer the door and it's Talking to her childhood friend, Gigi, I think is his nickname. So we haven't gotten just an actual name yet. Momo just calls him Gigi, I think.
Yeah, let me see.
And it's our fourth character. It's the dude that's in the OP.
Yeah, fourth
So
dude
we
in the
finally have our
OP.
fourth gremlin.
Yeah, we have our
fourth
gremlin.
gremlin.
And
Which I cannot wait to see what kind of gremlin this motherfucker is. Like, he's probably gonna seem all cool and suave for the first episode that he's like really in, and then the gremlin will come out later. Because
yeah,
like
I'll,
Garoon's gotta do the jealousy thing, just like Momo did.
yeah, like Momo and Ira did, which also it's worth saying Ira's just looking right at Okaroon while Okaroon's looking at the guy like it's real good. Like you can feel the drama about to happen, but also I just hope they maintain like, oh, it's not a question like who's after who really. For, more than like an episode. Because
Is this gonna be like a love square?
Yeah, like I'm hoping like I don't know if it's really a love square exactly. Like it's more like a love table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it's a polycule and then like
Yeah, like we
based.
need the bisexual disaster gremlin polycule.
Yeah, but I just hope that they come to terms with each other the same way Ira and Momo have in this episode.
That would be nice.
Like, yeah, they're still going to bicker. Ira's still going to go after Okaroon, but at least there's like a piece
Not
of
literally
sorts.
trying
And
to kill each other.
yeah, exactly. Like they're not trying to kill each other. They're not overly competitive. Also, I have a feeling that he's moving in.
Yeah, Seiko did say something about like
Yeah, I heard all
hearing from his mother that he was coming by or some shit like that.
You're oh, hey, you're finally here. I heard all about it from your mom. And he's got like a backpack with a bunch of shit in it. So I'm assuming he moved away and now he's moving back, but he needs a place to stay. That's my guess for next episode. Um Yeah, whatever the case may be, we will see in the next 2 episodes, because we only have 2 episodes. We'll see how we feel, but we might just finish off these 2 episodes. But that depends on how we're feeling, so keep your eyeballs on what the actual episode description says.
I'm sorry, I missed the first half of that.
Oh, weird. It
just like went into my ears and did not stick in my brain.
Oh, okay. I just said we might watch the 2 episodes as like a finale and just
yeah.
all at once.
Yeah, that sounds like a good call.
All right. So any final thoughts for Don Da Don?
This may be one of those anime that I end up reading the manga for after instead of waiting for a new season, which is very rare for me. I generally tend to prefer to keep whatever I started a story in the same medium.
Yeah, but it's one of those
fat piece of shit.
I don't want to wait.
Yeah, I can't even really remember like the other ones that I did this for. I think one of them was Overlord. Phoenix, you fat piece of shit, go away. He keeps like jumping on my lap. One of the times he like fucking jumped through the armrest and like the gap between the armrest and the chair, and fucking like slowly clawed his way up my thigh to get into the chair. It's like, dude, what are you fucking doing?
Oof. All right, so Sakamoto Days, episode 8. So we have Hisuke, I think his name is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember that because it was like one of the last words said in the anime, like in the episode.
Yeah.
So I actually remember his fucking name.
Yeah. So he walks in to the store, just, like, hey, I found some change under a machine. And it's just...
I found $5 under the vending machine. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's just Hana. Like, oh no, everyone's not here. I'm going to tell them about Parents' Day. So first off, Pisuke has to tell him what the actual proper social thing is to do here. And he goes, all right, what if I go find them for you? Because as you recall from last episode, everybody else is at the lab. Lou, who we get into right after that, is down in the prison of the lab. And he's like,
I need to change the image. Go ahead, though.
So in the prison is Asakura, who is the director for the lab proper. But Lou takes that to mean, oh, then it's your fault I'm here. And chokes him. He's like, if I was the one who was doing all this, do you think I'd be here?
Chained up in the basement?
Yeah, and it's like, Lou, please. I understand you're feeling emotional.
Lou might be a little dumb, but that's okay. We love her anyway.
Yeah, we love her anyway. So we continue to deal with the mad scientist. Who injects something into Sakamoto, which means that he mixes up friend and foe when he's making his strikes. Which, it's weird science,
Yeah, it's fucking whatever the fuck. It's in his... It mixes up his internal IFF, is the thing. Which is fucking ridiculous.
And meanwhile, Asakura explains not only why he's down in the cell, but his relationship to Shin when Lou brings up what happened with Shin.
Turns out this motherfucker was not born with his ability, but he gained it later by drinking shit when he was half asleep.
Yep.
Which honestly sounds like an 8-year-old thing to do. Yeah,
absolutely. It's kind of a older version of that one character you came up with who just noms an artifact.
Lord Marshall Wraith. The fuck was her full name? I don't remember it anymore.
But yeah, Shin was just dropped off by an old friend of Asakura's. And it's like, well, okay, I guess I have a kid now.
Andra Reenfa Wraith. That's what it is. Okay.
So it's like, alright, I'll take care of the fucking kid.
Asakura and Shin seem to be like pretty well inseparable. Like
yeah,
before.
And we do get some foreshadowing, because Shin just straight up drinks the smoothie that the doc had.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. But yeah, it was pretty much the same color, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so he talks about his research about expanding humankind and humankind's potential. And
as provocative as that idea is in stories, that's not how that shit works in real life.
Yeah.
Like the whole, like, for example, like using 10% of our brain sort of thing. That's not real.
Yeah, no, we use 100% of our brains as we need it.
Yeah, like we use all of our brain, just not all of it at once at the same time to a high level of
Yeah,
intensity.
that's that
Because
would
when
be,
we do that, we call that a grand mal seizure.
yeah, I was gonna say that we call that a seizure. A particular kind of seizure, but a seizure nonetheless. Because if you're firing off on all cylinders, your body is getting a lot of mixed signals.
Yeah, a lot of them. You don't want that to happen.
But yeah, in general, he wants to create a situation where people can do more as a natural ability rather than a device. Which is the way I take what he says by expanding humankind
Yeah.
rather than the weird, like, what if we used 100% of our brains thing. And it's more,
I hope so. I hope that's what it is.
yeah, it's more, I want to give people abilities that they can have just by consuming once. And he succeeded. Like, Shin has that fucking ability after he drinks that. But people think he's creepy. So Asakura feels bad and he calls his own research stupid, which gets Shin mad because Shin actually believes in his research.
Because he does like seem to like being a telepath despite like what people think of him for it. Even as a kid. Like I know he definitely does like it now. Like he's found like real uses for it and shit. But like even as a kid, he was like, "Yeah, I like this. These people are assholes, but I like it."
Yeah. And he feels bad. And so, because he also hears what the doc's thinking, and the doc's thinking, ah, man, if only I didn't get you wrapped up in my research, in my stupid research. He's like, it's not stupid. But it's the final person that he cannot, sustain having, like, negative thoughts with. And that's when he runs off and eventually becomes an assassin. And so Asakura feels bad, and Blue's like, all right, well, you better go apologize. You can't apologize the same day. Like like the rule says, but
Yeah, because we get more information on the rules. Rule 11: if you have a fight, apologize the same day.
yeah. Which also means Lou has read all the other rules.
We just didn't get to read them with her, sadly.
Yeah, because that way they can make up the rules as they go.
Yeah, I
With
suppose.
with the writing. So yeah, they break out, including the guy who mistook Lou for Ian. Because I guess why not?
Honestly, I would have fucking left his ass in the cell, probably.
Eh, but also they're trying not to let people get killed.
There's a difference between letting someone get killed and killing them yourself. I don't think Sakamoto would like me. Rules luring his fucking family rules.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. But then Sakamoto figures out exactly. Well, first off, Shin thinking the mad doctor is cringy, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, he is. He is like not great.
Yeah, he's not
We'll
great.
say.
But Sakamoto actually does figure out exactly how to use it and also go, yeah, this is not a shitty power. Well, watch what's about to happen. And what he does is he has Shin stand in front of the doctor and tell Shin exactly what he's going to do so Shin can dodge it. And Shin can't read as well as Sakamoto just telling him. But once he knows, he can dodge just as well as Sakamoto.
Yeah, which is kind of nice. It's great to see that like he's not getting left by the wayside on this. He is improving. He is getting better. etc.
Yeah, like he's not actually that bad. He just needs to get better at reading his opponent more than just reading their minds. And that's fine because that makes Shin, like, more fallible than Sakamoto. Which is necessary because there can only be one Sakamoto. So yeah, Shin dodges, which means the doctor gets hit no matter which way the switch is flipped. Of going for Shin or going for the doctor.
Which is nice.
Yeah. So they deal with the doctor.
Because that motherfucker needs to get the shit kicked out of him, like, real bad.
Real bad.
Even after, like, he's already had it happen to him, I think you need to walk over and just kick him in the ribs a little bit.
Yeah, more than a little bit. And then he's just like, you pesky humanities majors.
Yeah. Fucking gods.
But the researchers get the fucking electrodes out of their fucking necks and also apologize to Shin for the way they treated him as a kid. And he's like, it's okay, I've got a good place now. I do like my powers now.
Yeah, and like, the manager doesn't speak a lot, so being able to read his mind and tell what the hell I'm supposed to do is great.
Yeah, but then he also, and he's like, you've been out of the game for a while, but even though you're fat, you're doing pretty good. And then Sakamoto just imagines plunging a fucking needle right into his neck.
Return to the old days. Sakamoto constantly imagining killing Shin.
Yeah. And Sakamoto falls into a hole, which he kicked Shin to make sure he didn't fall in as well. And so they go their separate ways. It seems like Deerhead might be working for X.
Yeah, this seems to be the case. Because we focus in on the other order members that are actually here now, and we find out that the lady uses a giant fucking table saw as her weapon.
Yeah.
Disconnected from the table, of course. Which is wild shit.
But yeah, let's see. The acts of manufacturing illegal weapons and coercion of hostages, among others, are actually against JAA regulations. So, yeah, I'm gonna deal with you, but hey, can I go to the bathroom first? And Osagari asks, hey, what should I do? And he's about to say, hey, let me get out of the way, but she doesn't give him time.
Splatters him with fucking blood, and he's just like, no, it's okay. I expected this. I wore my sheep suit.
Yeah. Yeah, and she just fucking goes in with a saw and cuts the dude's head off. And Deerhead guy here is like, oh, you don't know the weight of a human life.
These people may have had family and friends, blah, 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 blah. Like, the people that you're kidnapping aren't also the same.
Yeah, and apparently he just has blades in his fucking arms.
Yeah, like he like pulls out one of the stitches on his arms and then pulls the arm off, and it's just like a bunch of fucking blades coming out of the stump.
And then we see later when he's, well, first off, the blonde guy from Mr. Shiba fucking just goes at him with a hammer.
There we go. I was trying to remember his fucking name. It's Shishiba.
That's it. Goes at him with a hammer and knocks his head all the way, big 180.
Yeah, just like basically like hooks his head with the head of the hammer, just whoop.
And that should have done
that shit right around.
But nope, he gets the fuck up and goes, yeah, my skeleton's man-made.
I got a meme edit in my brain of this dude's head getting spun around like that, and the fucking song of like "You Spin Me Right Round, Baby" just like playing on a loop as his head just gets fucking whipped around every couple of seconds.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I got a man-made skeleton, and he's about to go on, but fucking Sakamoto just falls right on top of him. From, the trapdoor.
And Buzzsaw Lady's reaction to Sakamoto is amazing. Yeah. She thinks of him as a giant teddy bear.
Which isn't a wrong description of the way he looks and the way he kind of acts with, like, normal people.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, but yeah, she just imagines him like, oh, teddy bear, which I appreciate. Like, if she's gonna have, like, a weird reaction to him, I'm glad it wasn't, like, romantic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, a worse anime would have done that.
I wonder if she'll ever see him in his, I don't know, skinny form, I guess. I don't know what else to fucking call it.
Yeah, it's I'm going to metabolize all of my fat at once. Which, you ever gonna explain how the fuck you do that, Sakamoto?
Probably the fuck not. I wonder if Deer Boy over here is actually going to push Sakamoto enough to make him do that.
I think he will, because I think Shishiba actually says, oh yeah, this guy's gonna push him, but I cannot imagine Sakamoto dying.
Yeah, because this guy was actually quick enough that even Shishiba, like, couldn't quite react in time. Which is interesting. This guy's actually, like, fast enough to do that. I would not doubt that any of the Order could kill this guy, but he is, like, within baseball bat distance, kind of thing.
Yeah, like, he is in striking range. Like, if he got lucky, he could kill one of them.
Potentially, yeah.
And yeah, also, he's just got a gun in his fucking mouth. I don't want to overlook that.
Not just any gun either. It's a fucking laser beam.
Yep. Meanwhile,
which is absolutely fucking ridiculous, but yeah.
Shin is dealing with the invisibility guy, which I do believe is in his suit. Though I could be wrong. It might not be in his suit.
Yep, no idea. Especially since we know that it's already possible, and it has been possible for like 10 years to just like give someone a drink and they'll develop a supernatural power.
Yeah, and we've seen all the shit the Doctor was doing to his own body.
Yeah, of course. So like it's very possible that this dude has like some kind of invisibility field as part of his body.
Yeah, he says. Shishiba says, yeah, he'll give Sakamoto a run for his money, but I can't imagine somebody like Sakamoto dying.
Which is fair because, like, Sakamoto gets kicked and just flies through the air like he hadn't even been kicked. Just, like, still in his standing position, not even, like, moved by the impact. Like, his body stance doesn't change, just whoop, straight through the air.
Yeah.
Which is very funny and stupid looking.
Yep. And Shin sees the shadow of the... first off, the guy is like, hey, my shift's almost over. I'm just gonna kill you.
Yeah, like, I don't want to work overtime kind of thing.
Which, that's valid.
Fucking relatable.
Do not work a minute more than you are contracted for.
They want to make you work more, they got to pay you more. Like, a lot more.
And if they have like emergency needs, then they better be paying you emergency wages.
Yep.
But Shin, is able to avoid getting a fatal strike, but he's not able to land a decisive blow either. But then he notices the shadow of Pisuke, the bird.
Then he slathers his own blood all over Saba.
Yep. Just all over the invisible guy, and he's like, yeah, you can't miss now.
And Heisuke just like shoots him in the fucking shoulder with a ricochet.
Yeah, shoulder and like very far abdomen. Oh, no, shoulder and like very far side, not abdomen. Like more up the chest. Just looks like he nicks him
that'll
there.
That'll put a motherfucker down, honestly. You ain't gonna be doing that much fighting with them kind of holes in you.
Yeah, no. And yeah, so Heisuke joins the fray. So we get a episode of them coming in and, being part of the family / team, which, I'm sure Heisuke could actually appreciate some, consistent wages.
Work.
Food, please.
Food, shelter, and consistent work. Like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And sure, he's not really good at anything other than sniping, but hey, I'll keep sniper on fucking retainer.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, you just work a little bit around the shop, and I have you on retainer for when I need a sniper? Sure. Pop anybody with a beanbag who looks at us funny.
Yeah. I guess he'd probably be like using like rubber bullets or whatever in a rifle like that.
Yeah, just a fucking trank.
Just so like people know this as well, tranquilizers don't work immediately like you see in fiction all the time.
They do not.
You don't get hit by a dart and then like fall over a couple seconds later. It takes a minute. This is why like you got to be very careful when you're like tranquilizing an animal.
Yeah, you got to be careful with an animal, and it's why they couldn't just trank Harambe and hope for the best. It is as fucked up as it is. Like, that kid was getting dragged around actively. Shooting Harambe with tranks probably would have gotten Gorilla mad and potentially caused the kid to sustain up to fatal injuries in the time it took for the tranks to take effect. So they just had to go for the kill, unfortunately. Like, criticize zoos for a lot of shit they do. Like, there should not have been a position where a kid could have fucking done that to begin with.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the person who took the shot, that was the right call for the position he was in.
Yeah, and just remember, people, there is no such thing as a non-lethal weapon. It's all less than lethal. Yeah. There's a reason why there's that phrase, and it's not because people are trying to like make their weapon sound like more official or whatever, make it sound better. It's because they're not immediately lethal, and they're not intended to be lethal, but they still can be.
Yeah, everything.
Even something like a beanbag shell can still kill you.
Yeah, like beanbags could still kill people very easily if they hit in the wrong spot. Pepper spray and the like could choke somebody.
Yeah, like, imagine like what a beanbag like shell is supposed to do, right? Like it's supposed to like knock you on your ass and keep you from like running around and causing chaos, right? That's the idea. So it hits you pretty fucking hard. Now imagine that hitting you in the throat.
Yeah, hits you, if it hits you in the throat, if it hits you, honestly, like, it could possibly cause you to just not have enough air if it hits you right in the diaphragm.
Yeah, and honestly, suffocation via like diaphragm damage is probably one of the slowest ways to die.
Yeah.
Uh,
And hell,
Without the diaphragm, you can't take a deep breath, so you will slowly suffocate over the course of minutes or even hours sometimes, depending on like what your lung capacity is.
yeah.
And there's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And like, hell,
Like
even
you're
for
breathing, but you're still suffocating, which is super fucked.
yeah, and even even the intended use, which I assume center of mass is the intended use.
It's like center of mass and like upper legs and shit. Because shoot someone in the fucking like thigh with one of those things, and it's like that person's not walking for a while.
Yeah. Which makes sense. So again, you might cause somebody reproductive damage if you hit the wrong place. As, a riot cop or whoever.
What's fucked up is people can actually die from that. People can die from having their fucking huevos goddamn cracked in half.
Jeez. Fuck, what a way to
You
go.
can.
Fuck. But
I don't know what the biomechanics behind that are, but yeah, you can die from having your nuts cracked too hard.
Fuck. I mean, I'm sure a lot of shit shuts down from the pain alone, but holy shit.
That could be part of it, honestly. I don't know. I've never looked into it.
But yeah, hell, if you crack a rib wrong.
Yeah, puncture a lung and kill your ass. Make you drown in your own blood.
So, nowhere is safe for even something that we might think of as, not causing death like a beanbag.
Yeah, honestly, just about fucking anything can kill a person. We are one of the hardiest animals on this planet, but that means nothing.
Yeah.
Die from a broken arm. You can die from a paper cut if it gets infected. So, come on.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then, like I said, pepper spray and mace and all those things, that could choke somebody. Is it likely? Not as likely as other things. But it is still a possibility. So you kind of have to be prepared for that in your head. And sometimes that's just required, protect yourself. Do
yeah, none of this is to be all defensive of cops or anything like that. ACAB, you guys know me on that one.
No. I'm saying you average everyday person, protect yourself.
Yeah, it's just there's a reason why, again, not defending cops, but there's a reason why a lot of them will default to lethal weapons and lethal shots, to the chest and upper chest, center mass kind of thing, because less than lethal options are not reliable.
It's a little bit of that, but honestly, a lot of other things are way more reliable.
Oh, yeah. And for example, a range taser, you could just not get tased if you're wearing a thick jacket. It just won't work because the prods won't actually stick to your skin at all. They'll just run the current through your jacket and it'll do nothing to you.
Yeah. Also, you can just be drugged out of your mind enough. I've seen it on video. Just straight taser. Not a thick barrier, but nothing. And this person is tweaking out. But no, again, not a defense of cops. They should still, actually use proper tactics, actually confirm if somebody has a weapon or not.
Yeah, this is all very true. And a lot of people will also say, why don't they aim for the legs? Why not that to disable the guy? Well, that's because, a leg shot will still kill you. Okay? That's not... Shooting someone in the leg is not some magical thing that people aren't going to die from. There's a lot of important arteries in there.
Yeah.
You can bleed out in 30 seconds if you get stabbed in the right place in your thigh.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. But more than that, also, cops aren't accurate. They just aren't.
Yeah, and Honestly, that's not even like a knock against cops. It's really fucking hard to hit moving legs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
There's a reason why we train like literally everyone, even special forces, to go for center mass.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
really fucking hard to hit a moving object like
yeah.
that.
The problem with cops is they escalate things when they should be de-escalating them.
Yeah, like the problem is not like where they shoot; it's when they shoot.
Yes, and when they shoot is whenever they goddamn please.
Which is
Unfortunately,
not okay.
yeah,
That's the problem.
yeah. That
The
that do
problem
be
is
the
not that they do shoot it and where they shoot; it's when.
yeah. It is when they shoot because yes, if for example, to save somebody's life, there's an innocent person and there is a person who is going to kill somebody. You'd go for center of mass.
Besides which, shooting someone in the leg can like genuinely cause lifelong disability. And if someone got shot in the leg and then the government had to take care of them because that's what the government is for, to take care of like its people, including disabled people, then everyone would be bitching about the government spending money on a criminal. So
Which,
there's no winning on that one, honestly.
which admittedly is not okay. We take care of everybody, including former criminals. If people serve
Yeah.
their time, which we have people serve ludicrous amounts of time for a lot of things, but that's a
And then
different
just
point
simply not
entirely.
enough for a lot of other things.
Yeah. Because long prison sentences do not reduce recidivism and do not reduce crime rates. They just make people feel better.
Yeah.
And if you're honest with that and that's what you want, we'll disagree, but I'll at least agree you're being honest. But it does not stop people from committing crimes because crimes are done
Yeah,
for,
like
you know, two reasons. Either they don't care anymore for whatever reason, or they are desperate.
yeah, too desperate to have the luxury of caring.
Yeah.
Like some people will say that like, oh yeah, the punishments will act as like a deterrent to the crime. No. No, it won't. It only deters people like me. And people like me are very rare. I'm not the only one you'll ever meet in your life, but I'm probably the only one that you'll ever know that you meet in your life.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if someone's going to commit a crime, they're just going to do it. They usually don't beat around the bush, try and go in sideways. If they're desperate enough to do it, they're just going to do it.
Yep.
And this is something even the FBI talks about in their own documentation. The way to reduce crime is to reduce things that make people desperate, like poverty.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Luigi, whatever the fuck his last name is, I can't remember. But like, would not have shot that guy if he wasn't desperate and angry.
Yeah, just desperate, angry, constantly in pain. Lost a loved one that didn't have to be lost, from what I
And
understand.
also had a fucked up back surgery.
Yeah, fucked up back surgery. It was, you know, not, for legal reasons, I'm going to say, I'm not saying people should do it, but I understand.
I will. I'll say people should do that. Eat the rich. Fuck them. Let's pull a France.
Fair. Fair. Compost the rich, though. Too fatty.
I don't know. Some people like fatty meat. I don't personally. I like my shit fucking lean, but that's me.
That's too fatty even for me. And
Yes, Ember. I know.
also, a certain elongated muskrat looks too bloated. Like, that looks diseased. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But like, there's just something wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't. That's just unhealthy.
Yeah, like, if you've ever seen a beach photo of him, which I recommend you don't, he is just oddly bloated. And I normally wouldn't drill in on
Yeah,
this, but
he didn't used to be like that either, is the thing. Just how we know he's not just like shaped like that. There's just
yeah,
something wrong.
yeah, there is something wrong, and that's a little weird too, because again, technically the richest man in the world. Go see a doctor.
I'm gonna spray you with a fucking nostril, cat.
But yes, Sakamoto Days.
I told you I was gonna do it.
Very much enjoyed this episode.
Sorry, fucking cat. Like he hopped on my desk and yelled at me a couple times. So
Like, yeah, you're getting sprayed, boy.
I need to get a new spray bottle though, because like the cabinet's starting to.
Uh-huh.
It's a little fucked. It fell off my desk a couple too many times, so like now the casing for the squirt part like comes off easily, and it leaks if I turn it over.
Ooh.
So I definitely need to get a new one, which is fair because I've had this one. I've been using it to spray the cats for like 5 years.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, both these episodes were real good.
Yeah, not surprisingly, not a lot to talk about in any of them, but that's because it's like mostly action or people just generally being gremlins, and I'm not gonna like read out a transcript for you guys.
Yeah, of the
Go
entire
go watch the show. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Don to Don, I appreciate like the character growth we're seeing. Ira, hell, Ira admits that she's not always on reality. Like she literally says, "Don't make me face reality." When Momo brings up, "Yeah, the school just saw us in our undies."
It's 4 girls.
Yeah.
Although, granted, like what's weird about like that scene, and this is gonna be like some random off the wall shit, but like any any woman will actually like agree with me on this. It's weird that their underwear matches, like their bra and their lower underwear, like they match when
Granted,
they don't match with each other, but like they have
Yeah.
like a set essentially.
Yeah,
That shit's weird.
Yeah, a little weird. Granted, they are also very focused on fashion, both of them. Different subcultures, but very focused on fashion.
Yeah, so like it is possible for that to happen. It's just like it's weird. Like most people will just like throw on whatever bra is comfortable and fits
Yeah.
because like no one's gonna see it that day. That's the idea.
Yeah, fair. Which
It's the same thing like with guys. Like guys will wear fucking boxers with holes in them because no one's gonna fucking see them that day. They're not playing it on anything. It's like I just need something to keep like the denim off my dick.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So the other there's two things for this. First, just fictional, put them in whatever. Second off, there are a lot of tie-in lingerie lines for anime that you just don't know about because it's mostly in Japan.
Which is also kind of weird to me. Like, tie-in lingerie brands is just fucking bizarre.
It is a little bizarre, depending on the character.
Just like, in general, though, is what I mean. Like,
I mean, yeah, but also, like...
Like, I think it only works in Japan because of how weird and sexualized a lot of anime is when it doesn't need to be, right?
I mean, there is also that, but even for non-sexual works, they do it. And just theme it around the character or something rather than picturing the character in it.
No, Phoenix, don't you dare. You fat piece of shit.
Yeah, because...
Hi, buddy. You're very handsome.
Yeah, like, here's an example. Quinn brought up to me, I think it was Quinn. It was somebody. Fucking Madoka Magica.
Hello, my son. Hello, yes. Do you fucking mind, though? Why are you standing on my thighs? He's not even sitting, he's like literally just like standing on my thighs.
Yeah. But yeah, Madoka Magica had some tie-in lingerie.
That's really weird.
It is, kind of. But I get it, like, and that, yes, underwear was cute, Bose is cute.
I guess. I don't know. This is one of those things that I can't tell if it's a personality thing or if it's a neurodivergence thing, but I just don't give a singular shit, and I don't get like cute underwear, right? Like I don't understand it.
Feels nice to wear cute things. And even
Yeah,
if you're the
well,
only
I
one
get
who
that.
knows.
I don't see how it's cute, right? That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand the actual cuteness of it. Okay, like yes, it feels good to wear things that you think look nice, but like I don't understand how this looks nice. With most
Ah,
things, I get it.
okay, that
Like
makes more
I can also
sense to me.
I even understand like people like having underwear with like printed stuff on them, you know, like booty or whatever, and like that can be kind of funny, right? I get that,
You know,
but like, well, cute? Oh no,
still,
dude, it's just like a pair of underwear.
my favorite will continue to be ceaseless watcher, turn your gaze upon this wretched thing.
Yeah, Phoenix, go away. He keeps hopping in my lap,
Though,
bastard.
I mean, give up all hope ye who enter here is also like a classic.
Oh yeah, that's excellent. Yes, I think the only one that I've seen that I'm just like, oh yeah, I want that. Aside from just like stuff that looks like it's comfortable, is this one that had an inverted pentacle on like right over the bits, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get that one.
Okay, fair, fair. Yeah, I mean,
Satanic devil magic. Let's go.
yeah, sure.
Or was it? No, it's like satanic vagina magic. I think is what the meme is.
Yeah, either way. Yeah. But yeah, just in general, there are tie-in things. There's Sailor
Devil
Moon
vagina magic. There we
undies.
go. Not satanic. Okay, I knew there was a devil in there somewhere. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I was just fucking looking for the meme. I found it though. Saying something about a Sailor Moon tie-in.
Yeah, there's Sailor Moon tie-in underwear. There's all sorts of things.
I also
So,
like I get like branded underwear like that, like fucking about with like fictional stuff on it, you know, like fan underwear essentially. I get that as well because like, you know, you like that show. So you want to wear clothes with it on. And fucking underwear's clothes too, might as well.
yeah, yeah. And it just has a little bit of frills and stuff that look a little bit like the outfit, basically. Let me see here. Trying to see if I can.
All right, well, you do whatever the hell that is. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be
Oh, okay.
back
No,
in
it
like
was a
2 minutes.
different friend other than Quinn.
It is not dinner time yet, boys. No. Ah, fuck.
But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, they did some for like Attack on Titan. Kimono Friends.
All right, I have returned. Oh fuck. Actually, I don't think the microphone picked that up. But I said, "All right, I have returned. I am
Welcome
back."
back. Um, Nami from One Piece.
Ember. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Go it.
But yeah, that's basically what I was looking at. Is basically like that might be one of the reasons. The other reason is just fictional character makes fictional character look coordinated, even if it's not realistic.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like fucking everyone I've always ever known is like, oh yeah, I just wear like a ratty bra and like a pair of panties or briefs or whatever that's comfortable. Like when I'm not expecting anything to happen.
Which, fair enough. Like that, I'm no different. I just wear whatever I grab. And I'm sure
I
that
at
won't
least
really
like
change.
try to coordinate a little bit, but not that much. Mostly it's just like I don't wear t-shirts with slacks or jeans with, well, sometimes I wear jeans with a button. No, that's not that weird. In fact, that's like classically like old West Texan shit anyway, which is where I'm from.
Yeah,
It's normal for me.
mainly what I care about is how it feels to wear, like, because I'm hypersensitive to any distractions.
Yeah, that's fair. I do also try to make sure it's all comfortable. Like I'm not gonna wear something that's uncomfortable just to like look good, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, 100%. Fuck that. No. Like, the whole skinny jeans fad, no, that was uncomfortable, so I never did it.
I never actually got a chance to try it out because I never had the fucking money to buy new pants.
Fair. Yeah.
I guess I'm lucky in that like stuff like button down shirts and vests and shit, things like that. Actually, like it's comfortable with me, so I can look fancy whenever the fuck I want. It doesn't bother me at all. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, wear what's comfortable. But, occasionally people like to feel nice, so I get it. But I don't think I have anything else to add. Do you?
not for the anime shit. No.
Anything else you want to add in general?
Yes, always. Uh, so people may note, like, if they've been fucking keeping up with this damn Weeb Wednesday thing, and maybe even some Umineko shit. But I have been playing a lot of Path of Exile lately, and I'm starting to narrow down the reasons why I don't like it. Like, Ruthless mode is fine. It's much better than base normal mode game for me, but it does still have quite a few problems. Mostly because like stuff gets added to the main game and then doesn't get balanced for Ruthless very well.
Hmm.
For example, there are like just like any other action RPG, there are like magic, enchanted, hero, champion, whatever the fuck you want to call them, enemies, right? They have like the modifiers, the list of things that they do underneath their names, like maybe they have fucking certain amount of resistance or they shoot lightning whenever you hit them or whatever the fuck. This like even I think Diablo 1 had this, like some enemies just like had magic qualifiers on them. But Diablo 2 definitely did. And we all know how influential Diablo 2 is to the genre of action RPG or action ARPG.
Yeah.
Action RPG, sorry. I can't believe I said it. Like it's like saying pin number or ATM machine.
Yeah.
No sense. That's part of the acronym already, guys. Um anyhow, just like all of them, Path of Exile has monsters with modifiers. And one of them is life regen, which sounds like it could be annoying, but mostly fine, right? Problem: the monsters don't regen a flat amount; they regen by percentage.
Ah.
So if you get a tough monster that also has something like extra life or a bunch of elemental resistances, and then also has life regen, you literally may not be able to damage them quickly enough to see their HP bar move, which is awful. And of course, like there are ways to get around it. Like there's this one ability called Ice Bomb, I think, or Frost Bomb, something like that, and it causes a debuff effect on monsters' HP regeneration, which is cool and fine and awesome and everything. But not every element has something like that. So if you want to be able to deal with that, you have to pick up ice. It doesn't allow you to simply go along with a theme. You have to pick up ice to be able to deal with that if you don't have the kind of damage output that'll like basically do-shot the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating. Very annoying. The people will note that, like, in my VODs of me playing, there are times where I'm just like, I can't kill this thing. I have to run. And that wasn't a problem with my build. That was a problem with, like, that wasn't me not understanding the game yet, although I didn't know why it was happening yet. Now I do. But me having to run was not because I didn't understand the game yet. It's because, like, these fucking things regenerate 3% of their HP per second.
Yep.
Which is just way too fucking much when, like, things have, like, 200,000 HP or whatever, right?
Yeah, just...
I fucking hate large number games, and this is why.
Yeah.
Like, I much prefer stuff like Diablo 1 and 2, where you get, like, 100 HP, you know? That shit's way better.
100%.
But, like, some of the other problems are, like, really weird, like, company decisions on how the game is run, right? I can forgive mechanical problems and just be like, okay, it's not for me, which is obvious. Path of Exile is not the game for me. It's not Diablo 1 or 2, that kind of ARPG. It's the much faster loot explosion Neum bullshit that we have now.
Yeah.
But the things that, like, they decided on a company level are how the microtransactions are run and, like, what they cost and so on and so forth. And so, not like this is a problem, but it's could be a minor problem if they handled how it works better. But cosmetics in this game are only able to be used on one character at a time. And this sounds okay at first if you think of it in a specific way, because you're only able to play one character at a time. And so of course you can only use them at one character at a time. But the actual problem here is not that you can only use them on one character at a time, but that you have to equip them on each character like it's gear. So you only have one copy of your microtransaction at a time. Your microtransaction, like, bought fucking cosmetics. So, like, if you want to hide your helmet with a vanishing dye, or wear the fucking Havenwood cloak that was on the Twitch drops for a while there. If you want to do that, but your other character's already got it on, you have to unequip it from that character to be able to use it on the one that you're using right now. So, you have to re-equip all of your cosmetics every time you log into a new character. It's very fucking annoying. And it would be one thing if the game was like, say, Final Fantasy XIV, where you can do every job and every build at the same time. You just need all the extra equipment stashed away somewhere, right? It'd be one thing if that was the case. But it's not. This is one of those games where you start a new character every couple of months because the new league starts, or the season, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's leagues in Path of Exile, seasons in most other games. So, like, every time you start a new character, you gotta fucking reapply all of your cosmetics over and over and over again, and whenever you log into one of your other characters, you gotta reapply them again. And the big problem here is that these cosmetics aren't fucking cheap either. Just to be able to hide your helmet costs $5.
What?
Yeah, like this is not like a setting that you flick in the menu like in most games. It's a cosmetic, like, microtransaction bot thing, and it's 50 coins, like web thing coins, and that translates into about $5. And it's just, there are entire suits of armor on the cosmetic store that are like $20 or $30 too. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? If you're gonna charge me this much, at least give me the fucking, like, convenience of being able to equip it multiple times without having to thumb through the menus every time I goddamn log in.
I'm just still floored that they're trying to sell you hide helmet.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to add, so I think we will just watch. We will watch 11 and 12 of Dawn to Dawn just to finish it out. Which actually,
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
second season. Let me see if there's like.
While you're doing that, like,
Let's.
this has damn near convinced me to make my own ARPG. Like, I'm not going to because that's a lot of fucking work that I'm not getting paid for. And same thing that stops me from making a whole bunch of games is like, I don't have like a sound person or an animation person, right? I don't. I'd have to do it all myself, and I'm kind of garbage at some of those things.
Yeah,
So
but at least making a design document or something to let the feelings out.
fucking maybe.
But
I might.
yeah,
God damn it.
season 2 will be somewhere in the summer season, so somewhere between July 2nd and July 25th.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep, just wanted to check that because Sakamoto Days is also releasing in July.
Neat. Do you have any ideas on like what we're going to talk about in the meantime?
Not a goddamn clue. Well, probably what we'll do actually is get back to fucking Ray Earth.
Yeah, I mean that'll take like 1 or 2 episodes though, so I don't know. I guess we could also do like Record of Lodos War and shit like that.
Yeah. I think tapping into some of the older stuff that we've just never seen and really want to.
Yeah, like I've been planning on watching Record of Lodos War for like 10 years now, and I just haven't fucking done it. So
Good enough excuse as
good
any.
enough opportunity as any. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably that.
Ember, shut up.
We'll probably do like me and Kat will watch that either together or independently. We'll see, and then we'll talk about it on here.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So if you're on the YouTube side, check the description. You'll get a link to our Twitch channels as well as see a credit for Capitech, who made the design, as well as the modeler for my current model, which I need to remember to actually plug them. So Muff for the model, and then Cappy is Cappy.
There we go. Cappy Tech. There we go. Yes. I don't have to do a fucking thing right now. I don't have to copy it over or anything.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, not
Beautiful.
a goddamn thing. So yeah, the shared chat just works.
Wonderful. I get to be lazy. Hell yeah.
But yes, follow them. They do great work. Like, I know I'm getting a even fancier model, but Moffat did great work on this. It is good for what it is, and what it is a very competent model. I just want a fancy bespoke one because I can.
Yeah, that's fair. One day I might also have a model.
Yeah, because there are also complications with like making this work with the software. Like, you know, making a model with the software rather than making one just in Blender. Like limitations that you have. So making one bespoke, you know, you don't have those problems. And then yeah, just check Twitch about section for links to my socials, and Kat has a link to all of the things Kat is about to describe.
Yes, if you scroll down below the Twitch player or into the about section if you're watching the VOD, you'll find links to my currently still my Twitter, but like I don't fucking use it anymore. I just gotta I don't swap everything, but I'm also like taking fucking physical therapy twice a week right now. I'm dying. All right,
Yeah.
I ain't got any energy for that shit right now. One day again, I'll be able to swap everything out again. But then there's also the Discord and my Kara. My Kara is my portfolio for people who don't know what the fuck Kara is. It's basically like a new art station, essentially. Just, anti AI on like art station, despite all of like basically every artist on art station being like, hey, don't fucking do AI.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they're still doing AI after all that, but they are. I don't.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, make it make fucking sense that, ArtStation and fucking DeviantArt are getting into AI bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for weeks or even months there for when the announcement was first made that they were letting AI on ArtStation, the entire front homepage was just covered in people uploading variations that they drew with their own hands of like no AI signs. The entire front page for weeks. And they're still doing AI, and I just don't fucking get it.
I
understand.
I think the thing of it is just capitalism isn't actually good at business, actually.
Oh god.
Because if you have an
Bullshit.
absolute monarch, which is essentially what capitalism is, they can just make a dog shit decision, and there ain't nothing anybody lower on the totem pole can do.
Fucked up. Super fucked up.
But
But whatever. You fucking go there. Go to those places. And in fact, if you guys have any like slower action RPGs like Diablo 1 or 2 that you wanna fucking like toss at me and get me to play, even on stream maybe, join the Discord. Let me know about them. I'll play them.
Yeah.
Come on. I need them.
yeah, let us know.
Damn it.
Discord, Discord, YouTube. Because I do. We don't get a lot of comments, but I do read comments if we happen to get any. Or Blue Sky, because I do have my Blue Sky on there, and that will easily lead you to cats.
Yeah, because like fucking we're constantly retweeting each other's bullshit or
Yep.
reposting or whatever. Look, I'm not good at social media. Never have been. I've never been very interested. So like, I finally got over it and got over the hump of like getting Twitter's bullshit to stick in my brain, and now I gotta swap to different terms.
Yeah, and also we're not gonna call it a fucking skeet. I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't actually like seen anyone legitimately doing that, but I hear people like saying that all these people do it all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was like a joke from like 6 months ago. No one does that.
Yeah.
At least not on my side of Blue Sky, which like join my side. We have pretty art.
Yes, we have very pretty
like,
art.
cute girls and
Yes. All right. Well, we will see you hopefully tomorrow, but definitely next week.
Yes, definitely next week, hopefully tomorrow. We'll fucking see.
Laters.